You would think that a film like The Exorcist 3, the second sequel to one of the greatest horror films ever made, coming after the first sequel that was pretty horrific, would be terrible. But it isn't terrible. It isn't even mediocre. It's actually pretty great. Phenomenal direction and performances, great suspense, a perfect feeling of dread that fills the dead air, and genuinely unsettling moments. But what if I told you that the most unsettling part of the film is actually technically a jump scare? Yeah, those things that usually suck. But if you've seen the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. First, let's take a quick look at a scene that takes place before it, as it strengthens the impact of this one. Police Lieutenant Kinderman, the film's protagonist, speaks to a priest regarding a series of recent murders where the victims were decapitated, among other things. This is when...
Dear God.
strange things start happening. Oh my god, seriously? Well, the suspense was great, but I guess this movie isn't opposed to the good old cheap jump scare, and it probably won't be the last. And that's kinda disappointing, considering it definitely knows how to pull off a good scare, without any cheap tricks.
May the Lord be in your heart, help you to confess your sins.
I have a scrupulous conscience, Father. 17 of them, Father. The first was that waitress. I cut her throat and watched her bleed.
Oh well, I'll be more alert to the jump scare shenanigans from now on. We cut to the hospital a few scenes later, the same hospital where a patient, Father Dyer, was murdered in his room in the middle of the night, decapitated head and all. His entire blood supply was also neatly stored in jars next to his body, without a single drop spilled. Uh-oh, weird noises. Well, I think we all know what could be coming. Oh, good one. You really got me there. I mean, seriously, what is the point of these? Oh, wait a second. We haven't broken away from this establishing shot at all. And it's still static, completely unmoving. Like we haven't broken away from the danger. That the danger is still around. The nurse hears a second noise. Well, now I'm intrigued. There's no way we'll get 2 fake jump scares in a row. Okay, it was nothing apparently, but the shot hasn't changed. That was kinda genius. The initial scene with Kinderman and the priest plants the seed in the viewer's mind, setting the expectation for future fake jump scares. When the nurse hears the first noise, we are ready for the jump scare to happen, and when it does, while it may be frustrating, it puts us in a false sense of security, a sense of security that is mildly disrupted by returning to this eerie static shot. When the second noise is heard, we are more intrigued than we ever would have been if we had heard this noise by itself, without the previous 2 instances, as it plays with our expectations. We get another minor fake out with the nurse checking inside the room and closing the door, thinking that there's nothing or no one in there, until the fixed camera finally breaks into this quick, unnatural zoom and cuts to the decapitated statue, telling us exactly what happened to the nurse without actually showing it. the film used the cheap and uninspired nature of a typical jump scare to create something unique, impactful, and genuinely unsettling. That is just great filmmaking. Hey there, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, click that like and subscribe button. It really helps a lot. Also, let me know what you think of The Exorcist 3 down in the comments below. Have a good one.